everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet, and today I want to do a how I do my base makeup video. I actually did one before, but this is sort of an updated version. This is definitely the routine I do when I want that like flawless skin. So if you want to see my flawless base makeup routine, then just keep watching. Okay, so for starters, wow, my shiny today. I'm gonna start with a face primer. Now my skin, if you can probably tell, is very red, and I get a lot of redness and a lot of sensitivity in my skin, so the only primer I've been able to try that does not totally irritate my skin and make me break out is the Clinique Super Primer Universal Face Primer. I kind of just dot it on. I don't really have a technique for putting on primers. I just kind of rub it all over my face and my neck. If you have a primer that you really love that is really great for sensitive skin, then leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it because I'm always looking for something that is going to work really well but not irritate my skin. Okay, next I'm going to use my new favorite foundation, the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is amazing. This will give you that, it's that like perfect like flawless complexion, but yet it's not heavy, and you can even like just dot it on as a concealer if you don't want to do a full face of foundation, but today we're doing a full face. I know a lot of people like to go in with a foundation brush. Personally, I'm in love with my beauty blender. I never used to like makeup sponges, so if you don't think that you like makeup sponges but you haven't tried a beauty blender, I would give it a try. They are pricey, but I think they're so great. I don't know what it is that makes this so much better than other foundation sponges, but whatever it is, it's working. The pointy tip on the end is so great for blending everything like around your eyes, around your nose. Like it just gets in all of the crevices or crevasses. And of course, I like to go down my neck. My neck can get kind of red and irritated, so I like to kind of smooth that out a little bit. And today I have a tiny bit of a few imperfections, what can I say? And so I just dot like a little extra. You could go in with a separate concealer, but the thing I love about this is that it's a great concealer as well as being a great foundation. But if you have a concealer that you really love for concealing blemishes, you could always use that as well. The thing I love is that I feel like some concealers like call attention to your blemish. Like you put it on to conceal it, but it almost like highlights it. Whereas this foundation covers it so smoothly, it doesn't get clumpy around it. So those blemishes are gone. Okay, next I'm going to go in and I've got some dark circles. They actually don't look too bad now because that foundation is so great. But this is actually my sort of in-depth covering up dark under eye circles. This first trick is the Color Corrector, and this is actually from NYX. Mine's in fair because I'm pretty fair. Kind of want to just go right in that center, just where it's dark. This kind of like pinky salmon-y color will tone down the blue purpleness of dark circles, and the warmth from your fingers will make the product more just creamy, so you get like a softer consistency. It's less likely to clump. I trim your nails before you do this though, because if your nails are too long, you're gonna stab yourself in the eye. I've done that, just saying. And this is the Nars Creamy Concealer, and this is in the color Chantilly, which is very light. I find it also kind of acts as a highlighter. That's why it's so light. I have the Vanilla, which I think is a shade darker, which I would use if I needed to cover up a blemish or something. But I like this as an under eye highlighter. It really brightens it. And this you want to do more under the eye. This is kind of like the Kim Kardashian V. I also like to use this as a bit of a highlighter, just kind of like on the center of the forehead, bridge of the nose. You can even go right in your little Cupid's bow and right there on your chin. And then I like to blend it all in with my beauty blender. It really brightens the under eye area. Now my favorite step, I love powder. I use a brush, which I love this brush. This is the Real Techniques powder brush, but I do kind of feel like I wish I had a powder puff because it'd make me feel a lot more like old Hollywood. This is actually my favorite powder. I've tried a few others, but I always go back to this one. It is the Clinique, it's really messy, okay, I'm gonna warn you. But it's the Clinique Blended Face Powder, and this is an invisible blend. I don't know, I love this powder, and I have tried so many others. I always go back to this one. For some reason, this is just my absolute favorite. Like, I just always feel like it just makes my skin feel smoother, and I just kind of dot that on all over. It's really just to set the makeup. You don't want to go too thick because then you'll start getting cakey, but I don't know, I love it. But it will make a mess, so if you are wearing something that you don't want to get powder all over, I would recommend either putting something over it or wearing something else and then putting on your clothes after you do this, because it will get messy, but it's so worth it. Okay, next I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I will be honest with you, I'm trying to figure out which one I like better, the Kat Von D or the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know. I'm really kind of trying to figure out which one I feel like works better, but I decided to use my Kat Von D one today. I might be leaning a little bit more towards my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know. I'm going to go in with kind of this yellowy color right here. And I kind of alternate. I've tried the yellowy one. I've tried like the peachier one. I haven't decided which one I actually like better. But I'm going to go in. This is actually the Real Techniques Bold Metals blush brush, but I kind of like that it is tapered at the ends. So I feel like it gives me a little bit more control for going under my eyes. You don't want to go too heavy on this because then you start to get really cakey around your eyes and you don't want that. And while I'm here and I have the palette out, I'm going to go in with the contour shade. I'm going to use this one right here, which is kind of the lightest. It also looks like it's sort of the coolest tone. And I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Bold Metals contour brush. I don't know, I've tried a couple different contour brushes. I'm still kind of trying to decide which one I like the best. I'm going to suck on my cheeks. And then I'm just going to kind of go very gently. I don't really have cheekbones because I have such a round face. And because I'm so pale, I have to go very gently and blend really well. You want to start lighter and build up, but if you do feel like you overdid it, we'll go in and blend it all together in a minute. Now I'm going to go in and do brows. My absolute favorite, oh my god, holy grail brow product is definitely the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's got like a great spool tip for kind of brushing through your brows. And I also like that this shade, I believe this is taupe. Yeah, this is taupe. For me, I'm so pale and my brows are sort of like a light brown because that's my natural hair color. Shh, don't tell anyone. But my hair itself is so light that I feel like most brow products just darken my brows too much. I want them to be defined and noticeable, but I don't want to walk around like, oh my god, I'm all eyebrows. So I really love that this taupe is like, it's subtle, so it gives it just the right amount of definition, but yet it doesn't look overdone. And I just make short strokes. Now that I have gone in and defined the brows, I'm going to go in with my other favorite brow product. This is the Tarte Colored Clay Tinted Brow Gel. This is in gray. I just happened to pick up the gray. I also have the taupe. I kind of feel like I like them both. My hair is kind of a platinum on a good day, so I find like the gray is subtle. It's not too golden, so my eyebrows don't look a little bit too yellowy, but I also like the taupe color too. I just happened to grab the gray today, but I feel like if you have like platinum hair or any kind of silvery hair, purpley hair, I mean purple is actually, you know, violet and stuff is a really big shade, and you have a cooler skin tone complexion, then, you know, pick up the gray. You might actually really like it. But I also like the taupe too. I feel like the differences are subtle, so I can get away with both. I like the taupe because I feel like a lot of the brow gels, and I've done a whole brow gel review video, I'll link below, but a lot of them are just way too gold for me, or even the lightest shade is just too dark for me. That's why I'm obsessed with the Tarte Colored Clay Tinted Brow Gel. Like, it's got great hold, and I feel like it's great for my brows, great for shaping, but I don't feel like it's so much color that it's so intense. That's why I think the gray and the taupe, it's such a subtle difference that I can get away with either one of them and still feel comfortable. I'm actually not going to put blush on today because I feel like this is sort of like my base makeup for like any color makeup, but blush sometimes I'll tweak it a little bit based on my eye color and my lip color. So I'm not going to necessarily go into a blush color today, but I am going to finish up. This is one of my absolute favorite new products, but it is pricey, so I feel bad even mentioning it. You can use a traditional highlighter and it's great. It'll be phenomenal. But I am obsessed with the Hourglass Ambient Light Powders. Oh my god, I love these. And I actually just happened to buy, because I didn't know what shade I wanted, so I decided to buy the Etherial Light. It's not like a straight up highlighter, like you wouldn't look at it and be like, oh, she highlighted her face, but it just gives you that like inner glow. And I go in with my Real Techniques Bold Metals. I think this is their powder brush. And you could literally just dust this all over your face. But I kind of try to concentrate it like where I would concentrate a highlighter. Just kind of like right in the center. Every time I put this on, I just feel so much prettier. I feel pretty. It's true. If you feel like you went overboard at all with your makeup anywhere, I kind of just dust over with either my powder brush or a clean brush. I don't necessarily put more powder on it, but I just kind of use it to blend everything together. And here you go. And that was how I do my base makeup. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of like a quick everyday, like get out of the house quick version of my makeup routine, then leave me a thumbs up or comment below. Of course, if you have any other video suggestions of things that you want to see from me, please definitely let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. I always appreciate it. And again, of course, if you have any questions or comments, you can contact me in the comment section, or you can contact me on social media. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you join me next time. I debated how I wanted to talk about the finale of Mad Men. It actually has been one of my favorite shows, and I was really sad to see it go. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I decided, you know what? How about doing a modern day Betty Draper makeup look?